Hey guys, real quick, I'm here finishing up the edit for the video you're about to watch, and there's two things I want to address really fast in terms of the GoPro footage of the course. I wanted to record it so you guys can see what the course looks like, but if you guys have ever recorded off-roading on a GoPro, you know that it does not represent what it is truly like. It makes it look so much more mild than it actually is in real life. So keep that in mind when watching this. I'm watching it back and the trails look a lot more flat and mild than they actually were. Two, there's a few sections of the course where you'll see it splits off into 2 lanes and merges back into 1. The paths I took in this video in the GoPro footage would be the more mild of the 2 options just because of my build. So for the bigger guys out there watching, the other course the other split off I didn't take is probably going to be where you're going to want to be at. It's a little more gnarly, so keep that in mind as well. It's not as I took the easier courses. And the last thing, I had to speed up the GoPro footage to ×2 because this video would have been way too long if I kept it in real time. So yes, the footage is sped up as far as the GoPro videos go. So yeah, just keep those in mind while watching. Hope you guys enjoy.
Alrighty guys, welcome back to a very special episode. I feel like I've probably said that a few times, but this one is definitely going to be very special for 2 different reasons. First of which, I have not taken the truck off-roading in the desert ever since I had the front bumper done, the rear bumper done, the fiberglass put on, rear bumps, front bumps, limit straps, shackles and hangers. So it's gonna be a huge testing day. There's a lot of different weight going on now with the fiberglass. So super stoked to see how the truck feels after all these changes I've done. And the main reason we're out here today, buddy, come on over, it's okay.
I'm scared.
As you guys may have seen on Instagram, me and Down for Mobbing are hosting a night run out here in Apple Valley / Barstow. So we decided to come out today. We're gonna pre-run a tentative course that we sort of, roughly mapped out. We're gonna pre-run all the different sections of it, see if it's gnarly enough, see if it's too gnarly, make some adjustments where needed, and kind of just plan out between the 2 of us how we need the night run to shake out, I guess.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. It'd be nice because we have a somewhat stockish Jeep. We have a mild-built trophy truck.
Give me too much credit here.
Yeah.
One of the biggest things we're going to struggle with today is I think we both bring 2 different ends of build spectrums from the off-road community. So we're really trying to cater to this course to guys who are going to be trailering out their off-road only trucks, like actual pre-runners, and guys who have daily driven mid-travel trucks like mine. So I think for today, I'm going to try to be sort of like the bare minimum build that you should run and still be able to have fun on this while giving the big guys, enough terrain to really let their truck eat and make the trip worth it.
Yeah, I think we should also think about people's safety. Like you just put on amber covers. So things like that will be important. Just really kind of making sure everyone that comes out is going to be safe and we're going to have a good time. No one's going to get hurt. It's going to be dark, dusty. Can't get over that. It's a night run and just how it's going to be.
Yeah.
So we need all remember those things. Maybe we go over those in a later video, how to be safe, what to pack for, what to plan for.
Yeah.
So everyone's just having a good time.
Yeah. So while I am out here sort of testing the new stuff put on the truck, I think the primary purpose of this video is for anybody interested in going to the night run. This is going to be the video for you. Check it out. You're going to get inside of our head, see the thought process behind the run, see what the course looks like before you come out. If you're, wondering, am I going to be able to keep up on this course? And everything in between. You'll get a little preview at probably what's going to shake out that night.
Yeah.
So that being said, we got to get going because it is going to peak at 106 today out here. So we're trying to get out of here before noon. All right, so we're about to head out right now, but we're starting off at the first meeting point. Point A is what we're calling it. This is where we're going to have everybody come meet up about an hour before the run. If you've been to Barstow before, we're at Apple Valley Speedway. It's a drift track out here in the middle of the desert. And what we're gonna try to do is, you come over that mountain over there where that car is. See that bad boy? We're gonna come over that mountain, you're gonna come down, you're just gonna see all the trucks that are participating, just kind of hard parked, lined up against these walls right here. I think it's a good meeting point.
I think it's definitely the easiest spot to put on a map to meet. It's not a random coordinates out in the middle of the desert. This is a solid spot.
Yeah, definitely. That was one of the worries is if you've ever tried to drop a pin for friends in the middle of the desert, it'll drop somewhere, and when they try to open it, it takes them somewhere completely different. Like when I got the Camp Kyle coordinates last night, he sent it to me and I opened it and it dropped nothing. Like it just showed the desert, and I'm like, it's not even dropping a pin. So we try to find an area that you could literally just type into maps, Apple Valley Speedway, and it'll take you straight there, no problem. So that's why we plan to meet here. And once we start heading out, we're gonna go to a spot where we're gonna talk about guys who are trailering out their vehicles and different options for them as far as unloading and where to leave your trailer. We're gonna pass by one right now in a couple minutes on our way to the first section of the course. So, ready?
Yeah.
All right,
let's do it.
All right, so we just came over the hill we showed you guys, made a hard right turn, went maybe, what, 2 minutes down the fire road, and there's a huge flat open area here. This is where we're thinking if you guys wanted to leave a trailer at point A, then this is where you'd go ahead and do it, because it's a huge flat area to leave the trailers, and where we're starting the actual off-roading and trails is somewhere right here. I just have to look on a map and find it real quick because it's like lost in all the bushes, just a random opening. Did you want to explain the whole leaving a trailer at point A versus leaving a trailer at point B and the different options while we're already here?
I guess so for me, I'm probably gonna meet in Barstow, around Barstow, Maine, and I'll just unload there and then drive over here to meet everybody. So that's also an option. If you have a faster truck, you can get through the desert and navigate a little quicker. That's an option, so you don't have to go all from here to Barstow, Maine and all the way back. I mean, the whole point is to put on miles, so it's going to be worth it either way, but that's what I'm going to do. So maybe we do a little like rollout from Barstow, or you can meet here or in this area like he was saying. So it'll all be good spots.
Yeah. So it's either you're going to be leaving your trailer at point A, and then at the end of the night, you're going to have to off-road back on the fire road to load up, or on the front end of the trip, you unload at point B and you mob down here before the meet starts, and then you end up at your trailer. So
yeah, I mean, most people are going to want to try to put as many miles as they can. So
like I showed you, I think this is the road that's like the really wide, like 2-lane kind of gravelly whooped out one, but there's also that one, which I don't think I know. So I'm just gonna go check out the head of both of them and see which one. We could even, I mean, since we're just scouting out today, we could even do a trail once, come back and try another one near it if we want to explore options.
Yeah, and then I'm recording on my app, so we, all this will be marked down for sure.
Perfect. Yeah, because I didn't download the Onyx app.
It's fine. We're prepared, but not.
Yeah. That broad right's where we're supposed to turn, but all right, you get the first half. We'll get the second half now. Yeah, the only thing I'm concerned about that we might need to mark or just be really careful about is coming out of that section and not going straight into the rain rut at full speed.
Yeah, I was saying that when we were coming back this way, I was like, dude, if you like, for whatever reason, we're going this way, that would take your whole front end off.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So I mean, there's the fork back there where you can hop out of the gravel and get onto this road sooner.
Yeah.
Or you take that gravel little like canyon and then hop out at the last second, which, I mean, I think if people are following, should be fine, or even if we bring, I don't know, if we tape it off or something.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I think we need to like...
Or if they watch this video.
Yeah, and like and subscribe. I think for sure we're gonna have to do this a couple more times, kind of like run this, like once we get our way, we'll come back later, closer to the time, and like run it again, maybe put in some notes, and then we could share the file with people.
Yeah.
And then hopefully people will be using a screen or something, and they'll see the little warning come up.
Yeah, I think it's only a problem for the bigger guys who are wide enough to where that could blow off their front end, and two, they're carrying a lot of speed into that. If you're small like me, you can you'll be going slow enough to where you can stop in time, or you can angle it up and stop and then back out of it. But
for me, I think that like, cause that's kind of not a very like smooth trail. You kind of are going into some ruts. So most people are going to slow down.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah. So you get a feel for like the first half, it's like the smooth rollers, and then you get into this, and then right here is where it starts to get technical whoops. You felt it on the way down.
Yeah.
But, all right. So I would assume this is sort of where like the first stopping point would be.
Yeah.
It depends. I mean, we'll map out like potential stopping points and we decide if we actually need to stop that soon or if we just keep mobbing until the next one. But this is what in my mind would have been like the first potential stopping point.
I've been marking along the way, so I marked that little potential spot. Marked this as a rock quarry spot, so we can go back in and fine tune and edit.
Yeah. Well, what do you think of that whole stretch, like from where those people were camping all the way to here?
I think the little like wash drop off is going to be a little concerning, but I mean, no matter what, there's no way we're going to keep everyone on the same course. So
yeah,
as long as we keep the general, you know, it'll be pretty good. I think that was pretty fun.
You think it was good enough?
Dude, you get pretty good in this thing.
Yeah. I was kind of like, oh dude, I'm hitting 60 right now. I thought I was only doing 45. And then that's when I realized I blew past the corner and it went straight into like a flat road.
Yeah, Chris is like, I think it's right. And I was like, well, he went left.
Well, I thought it was right too, but I was like, well, I don't want to second guess myself doing 60 right now. So I was like, I'll just commit. And then I didn't feel where the two roads merge and you hit that little like hump. I was like, okay, we missed it. But thinking in terms of fun for everybody, I think technical is where our sweet spot's going to be.
Yeah.
Not so much like deep, hard, rough whoops.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think technical is good enough for both builds.
Yeah, because, like, I mean, it's pretty fun in this thing so far.
Yeah.
Like,
you guys are getting down.
Doesn't keep up, but it's still, like, it's still fun, you know? Mm-hmm. So I think, like, this would be a cool spot, too. We could get trucks parked up, and then we could, like, get up on the hill and take shots of the trucks from below.
Yeah.
So I think it'd be cool.
So, and then even if we wanted to not stop and just kind of cruise through it, make sure everybody catches up. You've been up here, right?
Yeah.
You've gone up the hill and dropped down the two faces.
Yeah.
So, yeah, because I also don't want to be stopping too frequently to where it's like you just get in your groove and you're like, oh, we're stopping now.
Yeah, I think it should be though. You like you're saying is kind of go to a destination, like wait for the like majority of the pack, and then continue on. Mm-hmm. You know, so that's a good idea.
Yeah. And again, I think it's this is just going to be like a rough general plan.
Yeah.
Once we find out how many people are coming and who's bringing what.
Yeah.
I've even had a thought where like if we have enough people in both parties, we might even need to split it up into like two different groups.
Yeah.
Like we'll all leave as one, but like you'll be leading the bigger boys and I'll be leading the not as built guys, you know, and like we both know where we're going, so we just kind of go, because I think it would also suck for the bigger guys if we have to wait 5 minutes at every stop for the last guy to catch up. But it's all going to come down to how many people are out here. Yeah,
that's hard to tell until it gets closer to time. You know, we could do the little polls on the Instagram, but that doesn't really say anything until like I'll say I'm going to go to something, and then the date something happens before you don't have to back out. So
well, it'll be a general idea, and like we said, we set the meet time an hour before we're going to leave, so we can kind of gauge once everybody's there. But general plan, that's all we're after today.
Yeah, we'll fine tune it the closer we get.
All right, I'm going to try to. This is the weird part where it gets into that straight trail that I thought might be the flat one that I've never been on, so it's going to take some searching to find it. All right, so this is the straightaway that I said I was a little concerned about being too flat, too mild, like fire road like. But dude, after riding that, I think the big guys are gonna love that. The big guys are gonna eat that up because you got the 2 lanes. So if if you're riding with your buddy in front of you or behind you, you guys can kind of battle and switch up. It's not like one of the 2 lanes, the whole stretch is like one way and the other. It's like you'd have to keep switching to find a new line. There's a lot of technicality in this stretch. For sure. So I was way more concerned about this section than it actually turned out to be. I really
it looks like a little fire road on the map. But it's actually there's a lot of turns and jumps and obviously little bumps that you can jump.
And I mean, like I said, if we're using me as the benchmark as bare minimum for a build to be out here, I'm still having fun. Like, it's still rough, big stuff. And if you're not checking up at the right moments, you can like you saw my back end just kind of. But even then, it's still fun. Like, it's not hurting. It doesn't feel like I'm gonna break anything. It's just like I have a little bit of the adrenaline in right now. Like, if you really know how to read terrain and know what line to take and where to check up, how to angle into certain stuff, you could still carry a decent amount of speed through this. I'd say maybe average 35, 40.
I think that's like the most important thing too, is to just remember when you're driving, like, rain ruts will come out of nowhere. If you check up too hard, it'll end up being a worse hit than just going fast through it. So you got to make that determination,
Well, we've hit about a little over, if not 3/4 of this straightaway before we get into the mountains now and those S turns and stuff. So I mean, what do you think about this section? Keep it in, or?
I think so.
This was the only one I was worried about switching up to something else, but
no, I think this is fine. Like you said, on the way back we can just try different routes. But I think for the most, like, I would have fun in my Ranger. Like, it'd be a good little, especially when we go up there, it's gonna be more like curvy, mountainous shit. It's gonna be sick.
So we'll get through those mountains. I say we're, I don't know, maybe almost halfway through the. Does it say how many miles?
We're like 6 miles now.
Oh my God, really? So we're only 1/4 of the way through. So we just go in, hit those mountains, hit that road that takes us to the fire road, little stretch, and then power line road, just straight fucking flying for the big guys. For all the whoops through there. And then we get to the wash.
All right.
Let's keep mobbing. Okay, well, without anybody sitting here, this is where that hard ride is to go to the next mountain range, right? And I kind of blew through it and started going straight, which isn't a terrible thing, because if you go straight, it just takes you, this is Hodge Road, you pass that quarry, and then right here's the camping. And I think there's like a little jump right here. So it's kind of up to you if we do decide to turn here and take the rest of the canyon, and then we just meet up, like both these trails meet up to where we're going. So it's, if we wanted to blow through, it's all just fire road out that way. I wouldn't really want to hit that jump too much because it's not like the best. Like it's cool. It's a cool run up, a kind of curved edge. You have to hit it really, really fucking fast to get speed. But even on the landing, there's like a little like a wide-ish kind of rut. So you're gonna go in and kind of rebound out of it, which I'm not stoked about.
Is that where the sand dunes are? Isn't there some sand dunes across the freeway over there?
I don't know if that's off Hodge Road or up by the outlets. It's one of the two, but yeah, you cross the freeway. I've never been out there, but yeah, that's an option that we have. If we don't like this canyon, we could just go straight and then take Hodge Road down and still meet up at the same spot. But
yeah, sick. That was fun.
Yeah.
Well, like technical, like definitely have to keep your attention, you know, like.
There's just that one rock section in the corner that I was like excited to blow through, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Before we go, I'm gonna pop my hood. We smell something weird in the truck. I thought he ripped a vape, and he's like, you smell that? And I'm like, oh fuck. Oh sweet, it's not you. So I'm gonna pop the hood, make sure everything's fine. I don't see anything leaking. We'll make sure we're all good. It smells citrusy. It's good. It's got a floral aroma, you know?
Yeah.
We go wine tasting after this.
Dang.
Open up the palate.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so I tried to have the POV GoPro to show you guys the entire course mapped out, but it's so damn hot out here. Like we're coming up on 100 degrees, so the camera overheated from being out in the sun for the past hour or two. So we're not getting this straight away, but can't give away all the juicy details of the night run, boys. You guys just got to come out and experience it for yourself. I'm looking at stopping. This is all Powerline Road. You get to the end, there's that big open area. That could be another one of the stopping points where we make sure everybody's all together, especially after this stretch. The guys like me are gonna have to go slower no matter what, because the whoops are just too big to carry a lot of speed through like you guys will be able to. So we'll meet up there, and then that'll be the last stopping point till the end, because you just hit, that's like light section of the wash until you get into the main part of it, and then it just wraps the whole way. That's definitely gonna be a stop point. I think that needs to be down there at the end. The only thing I'm worried about is hard turns, like the one where you caught us stopped there. That's like a hard hairpin that if you miss, you're completely off in the wrong direction now. You're going up that way instead of this way.
Yeah, and especially for the people that are stragglers in the back, like that's gonna be an issue for sure.
Yeah, I think at the end of this, once we get to the wash jump, we'll go over in the video kind of like, not necessities, but very good to haves, you know, like the chase dust lights and radios and stuff like that. I think we'll go over that at the end, but oh no. Oh no. I guess we're waiting a little longer. Well, I mean, that's a, never mind. They're taking Fire Road by, how much are they, 60,000?
Yeah.
$60,000 Can-Am for Fire Road, baby.
Just to make the roads worse.
But yeah, that's the cool part about the section. Even if they did rip here, there's still, I think each power line has its own road, right?
Yeah.
So there's one right here, and then I think one on each side of where we're at right now.
Yeah.
So at this point is where people could really open up if you want to get out of the dust, but it's also easier to get lost that way. Yeah. You start cutting through the bushes because there's a good amount of land between each road.
Yeah, and that's like the other thing is if you do come off the trail, to not just blow through a bunch of bushes, because that's how you get flats, and gotta save the Carrizo.
Surprised I didn't get a flat. Yeah. Coming over that hill, I was like, dude, there's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Dude, I know, he was hauling ass. I was like, dude, you're gonna fucking blow tires.
It's a Jeep, dude. They love rocks. Big rock guy.
Yeah, big rock crawler
Big
guy.
rock guy.
Big rock crawler guy.
If you know Powerline Road, it's just a straight, maybe 2 to 3 miles of just whoops, like decent sized whoops. Like I could probably roll them at maybe 25 or 30 and be good. But like if you really want to like eat them and fly through it, here, watch, we'll get over this hump and we'll show you. It's honestly not as bad as I remember, but I do think, yeah, like that, like something will creep up on you. Like that too. There's like certain creep up spots, so you can hit. Oh yeah, right here. This is.
No, it's heavy.
Yeah.
It's heavy.
So it's like certain spots it's flatter, certain spots it's like nice whoops that you could eat if you're mid travel, and then you get into like actual whoops, like actual big boy stuff. So as long as you're good at checking up and reading terrain at nighttime, especially, then you can still have fun in this. It's honestly not as bad as I remember. It might be one of the different lines that was worse, but. Or maybe they graded it, who knows. But yeah, This one, if this is the right road I'm thinking of, it's pretty fun. This is the one I was talking about where it's like one trail drops down into like a rut and it's like up to your windows while the other trail's up next to you.
Because I think if you follow that, it'll go up into College Hill.
This one?
Yeah. Because like College Hill goes up here and it's really like roller fun whoops. Because like this is a trail. Oh,
This one just drops straight in because if you're coming from /X, you take that road straight out and drop in here. It's just a little bit further back. It's all that gravel. What, did you guys stay on this trail the whole time coming down Powerline?
Yeah.
It's really not whooped out anymore.
No.
It's like all razor chop. So I don't know if it's like a different one of the lines of these power lines or if all of them are just like that now.
Yeah.
Do you care to go back and look or do you think just let people fly down it and eat razor chop?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of razor chop. No razors? No razors. I'm just kidding.
I didn't want to be at it. I don't think that's our crowd.
I no longer have any followers.
I wonder if we go ahead and try to backtrack on one of the other ones and see if there is a good whooped out one. We could split up and each of us take a different trail and meet back at the end.
Like 4 trails.
Yeah, so we took this one, but the main road right there, I wonder if that's all paved or if it's whooped out. You guys want to take like that one and I'll take this third one back that way?
So take this far line?
Yeah, and then once you get to the end, just loop back around to the middle one we took. And then if all of these suck, then we could explore that far top line that you're saying bleeds in to the wash.
Like up here?
Yeah, that one.
Because I think I think this is the wash.
That one looks like it might be rain rutted out. It's some places
Road.
I do want to explore that if you go straight right here though and see how it looks. This is the last spot we need to scout out, honestly, because after this it's the wash and you don't really have a say in where you're going in there.
Yeah.
And then the end. So let's go ahead and check these 2 trails, meet back at the end.
This is the trail. I think this is a straight trail you're talking about. Because if we took this trail, it would lead us right to the wash jump.
I think it should just be straight the entire way. It takes us, goes straight, it just bleeds straight into the wash, and then it just wraps around right to the jump. Oh, sorry.
Should we take this way?
Yeah, but let's check out these 2 lines first and see if we can find a better power line road, or if they're all just smoked out razor chop. And then once we meet back in the middle and come back down to this spot, then we'll check that out.
Okay.
It's pretty fun. I was sick. I was rolling it on the way out, but coming back, I was trying to hit it. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, the way we went was so tight.
This one's a good width. There's maybe a stretch from the end of his vehicle to my vehicle to Razor Top.
Oh, okay.
That's it. There's some whoops that go to this massive fucking floater into a berm. I'd say I'd mark it for the main one, and then people have their choice.
Yeah.
If they don't want to be in dust and they'd rather just cruise the Razor Top, it's all good.
Okay. So wherever, you know,
where the trail started.
Yeah, where you like
back.
turned around, we
Where
came
that whole
head on.
group was already
Yeah,
camped. Okay.
that's where it like started from.
Half a mile.
So we just need to we need to figure out a way to like re-edit the map on like, so we can kind of add and change different things on it.
Like notes or the course itself?
Like the course itself, like how we, I don't even know if that's possible, but like delete the route we came down the power line, change it to the side that you guys took.
I could just go back to that website that I sent you the initial one on, because most of it, almost all of it, was exactly what I sent you.
Yeah.
The only part that I think we would really need to fine tune is going from the end of power line to the beginning of the wash. Like I got lost, like there's a lot of paths where everybody gets spread out and stuff, but like I got lost in there. Like I started to like veer off one way and had to like correct and come back.
Because I could send you this. If you download the app, it's a lot easier to read. Like the link I sent you is like weird. It's like 1980s style. Like it's so
I tried
outdated.
reading that, I was like, I don't even know what I'm looking at.
Yeah. So, but if you like download the app, so 22 miles. I mean, it's 2 hours and 3 minutes. But that was a lot of us going back and forth. How do you say this name?
I think it's Gia.
Gia GPS.
Okay.
Is what I used. So there's notes on there that we can kind of like, whatever app we end up using, we can kind of fine tune it. And then people can download it. Like I said, most people aren't going to have like a laptop. They're going to be using their phone, which is twice as hard to see.
I think as long as we know as like leaders of the group, as long as we know where we're going, we're not like stopping like, oh, I missed a turn, having to like, that's the worst thing when you're on a night run. Yeah. And you have to stop the whole train, turn, cut through some bushes, and everybody's like, where are we going?
Yeah. And then like you get the people just pissed off, like, fucking, I'm going to go this way instead. Yeah.
But like I said, most of that, if not all of it, was the thing I already had mapped out. The only part I got lost was the end of power line to beginning of wash. Yeah. And that was it. And that's still, it's a straight shot.
Yeah, which all that was actually really fun. So.
What, you guys didn't hop in the actual wash. You were alongside it the whole way, huh? I stopped for a minute and I see you guys just like on my left side like blow by, and I'm like, I'm on the left edge of the wash. So
we were like, we were in the race course.
Oh, okay.
At least it was like a lot of rollers and that where we were.
Oh, you're talking about before we turned into this wash?
No, when we were in this one.
We stayed in this wash the whole way?
Because we pulled over for a second while I was waiting for you, and I saw you on my left side like hugging the mountain.
Oh yeah, and then like the road was off to the right of you guys, right? Yeah. They're just right over here.
This main vein.
We're on the race course and then cut into this wash.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's a solid course. Yeah. Just if we nail it down, you know, and get like all the fine little.
Yeah, and then obviously this is where we'd be jumping, bonfiring, whatever. I mean, I don't.
To the left, see how it forks around those three bushes? To the left of that, is that where they're jumping now?
They're jumping this way now. They're actually like right where we're parked is where they're jumping.
Oh, this looks offset.
Yeah, this is the Terra Crew jump that we were doing for the Clean Desert.
Dude, my front end is smoked right now. Coming through that whole wash, it's just rollers, but every one I'd go over, my whole front end's.
Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say, I was like, there's no way it's that. It's so like, imagine trying to run up that.
This far one is what was like bucking people sideways.
But this is what they were getting the most. Yeah, like both of them have a pretty good lip at the beginning of them.
That one looks like it got more lip now than what it used to be across the way. Either way, I mean, we're ending here, so just session whoever's willing to jump, just session all of them for a little bit while everybody catches up, and we park them at a safe area.
Yeah, for sure.
That's my biggest thing, is the safety with the jumping. I'm not really concerned about safety with the night run, more so than the shenanigans at the end.
That side's probably a better side to have a bonfire on.
What? That side?
Mm-hmm. Well, that's another thing. Like, obviously, I want to party after.
Yeah.
I want to set up a bonfire, but it's going to come down to who's willing to jump. If there's nobody willing to jump, I'd rather not set up here. I'd rather just wrap the mountain a little bit to where like Maine is, where all the guys test at, and just do it there and see if any of the guys are willing to hit that instead of jumping it.
Yeah, I mean, and it's like, I mean, it'd be better if everyone's driving, shit's happening, so then it's like fun, but like if we just hang out around a bonfire, I mean, it'd still be a good time.
Yeah.
So
I just want to post up where if somebody is going to do something, it's a view. Like you could be by the fire, hanging out, drinking whatever, and you still get a show.
Yeah. Because like that's back in the day, like during the night races, the MDR stuff, like that's what everyone did. Like you go out and like, dude, like 2000s, it was like you go out to like Taco Bell, hang out in the parking lot, everyone meets, everyone eats, and then you go to the desert like this, and you just like park next to a jump. There's a bonfire, there's people jumping, it's a good time. Like, kind of bring that back, you know?
That's what I was going to say at the beginning when we were at point A,
Yeah.
is when we were still concerned about the course not being fun enough, which I think is omitted now.
Yeah,
I think
for
we're good.
sure.
But like when Terra Crew does theirs, like the night run's still pretty like mild, slow people crawling because there's a lot of dust, a lot of people crossing paths and stuff. But everybody still goes for the end result, like where you're ending up and what's going on at the end.
Yeah, having an end goal is always important.
So I think if we do have a good group of guys that are willing to send it either down main or on the jump, then people are there for that as well.
Yeah,
it's an added bonus because I think the course is pretty fun.
Yeah, and then it adds to the whole thing.
So what do you think about must-haves for the trip, or very smart to have?
Start with the radio.
Radio.
100% radio.
Yeah.
Like if I didn't forget my radio, the communications would have been easier.
I think especially if we have a lot of people too, I'd want, even if they're not somebody coordinating this like one of us, if it's just somebody there and they see somebody break down or something bad, God forbid, kind of thing, I'd like them to at least relay it to everybody else that has a radio. So I like radios.
Yeah, and like when someone's on the side of the road, and I mean it's gonna be dark, so it's gonna be hard to see, but like, you know, drive by, give them a thumbs up, you guys good? You know, like just don't leave people like stranded.
Yeah,
it's a big thing.
I feel given that it's a night run, it should be a no-brainer. But lights, I think if you don't have any sort of auxiliary lighting, might not be the best idea. I still wouldn't turn away because, you know, we're trying to be all inclusive here, and I've definitely off-roaded at a night without lights. It's just a little sketchy. Yeah, it's a little sketchy, especially when you're in a long train of people and you have a lot of dust. It's good for the person behind you to see if you're stopping, and it's good for the person in front of you to see you coming up if they're slowing down or stopping for some reason. So if you don't have lights, maybe try to get some before then. I talked to Wiring Smith. He said he is pretty booked up until the 24th, but he'll take small jobs here and there. So if you're just doing like a chase light or like simple, you know, 8-pillar pods, he might be able to squeeze you in. But
yeah, I mean, you could do old-fashioned duct tape a flashlight to the hood. And like, you just gotta get some light on there, you know? Like, just like you're saying, it's important to be able to see in the dust, the ambers, whatever it is. Like, you get ambers really cheap on Amazon. Just self-tap them right to the hood.
Yeah, so I kind of pitched the idea, do we make it mandatory to have chase lights? He said no, but I think it's a great idea if you have some form of chase light. Like, mine aren't the best. It's just rock lights instead of an S2, but it's still something. Yeah. So
it's communication, lights. I think, like, obviously coming out to the desert, it's important to always pick up trash, you know? Okay. Like trash bags maybe. So, you know, pack it in, pack it out. Yeah. It's important. I think bringing like essentials, obviously like water, food, it's a no-brainer. Just being safe.
Something that I do want to figure out, which might already be omitted with you saying you're going to leave your trailer at point B, was if we are doing a bonfire, there's going to be stuff that people are going to want to bring, but they're not going to want to off-road with at night, you know? So like if people are going to bring pit bikes or especially firewood, I think coming to point B first, and if we set up like a little base camp, drop off the trailers, drop off all the stuff you don't want to off-road with, whatever that may be, coolers, pit bikes, firewood, I don't know what else people would bring, chairs. But
dogs.
That was a big concern of mine, but I think if you're already saying like you're down pat, gonna post up at B, unload here, and leave your trailer, then we could have a base camp set up.
Yeah, because there's also plenty of roads. If you don't want to take the dirt all the way over there, you can take, there's like 2 different highways.
You literally just take the freeway.
Yeah.
That's the cool point about point A and B both being right off the freeway, is you have that option.
Plus you take this main road /X.
But then again, if you're unloading on a trailer, maybe you don't want to drive on the freeway, but.
Yeah, but like you can get, like you can run alongside of the, I think Barstow Road, I think that is. So along /X.
But even if you unload here, for anybody that's unloading at point B, you literally just take this wash down and it meets the fire road that goes, it's just a straight shot all the way south to where point A is.
Yeah, and it'll take you into the Stutter Wells like camp area where we originally start. Yeah. It's kind of hard, but it's at nighttime, and you know it's like a different world at night. So
we might be over planning it.
Yeah, 100%. But point A, point B, we'll see you guys.
I like to plan stuff. You know, it kind of makes it nicer for everybody when there's a plan.
Yeah, I think start with a plan, and then obviously the whole idea is to end here. So a lot of people kind of know the area, so you just have to eventually come to this area. Yeah. Whatever way it takes to get here, this is where we'll be, you know?
Yeah.
So.
I say and I don't think it'll happen, but if you get drastically skewed from the group and you have no idea where you're at, just get back to the 15. Yeah. Come up to Outlet Center Drive. Yeah. and you're right here. So.
Yeah, and there's a signal. You won't get. You get on your phone, look on the maps.
It's a nice calm area. Yeah. Nice run.
Yeah, it's not Johnson Valley where there's no reception.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're gonna go back, look at the map, kind of fine tune it. Yeah. And then people can download the map or just follow along.
If we think of anything else, at the end of the day, you just got to follow both of us because we're going to be posting all the updates on our stories, on our normal post, reels. I want to shoot a reel right now, like letting everybody know we just pre-ran it and sort of go over quickly some of the stuff we just did right now. But yeah, that's our day pre-running.
Questions, comment below. Just let us know. We'll try to answer them.
Definitely. Yeah. I think it's going to be a fun time.
Yeah, I think it'll be good.
I was a little more skeptical coming out here of the course, but after running it, it looks a lot more fun.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think it's going to be good for, like I said, that spectrum of builds that we're going to bring out.
Yeah, because there's like the kind of flatter areas, which like we did it in a Jeep. So, I mean, someone's like a little more stock, and then there's the sections that are really like technical and whooped out and like to be fun in my truck, which in those you just take a little slower. You know, if you think you're gonna be slow the whole way through it, like maybe stay at the back and keep up. But like, you know, it will be a good mix for sure of vehicles.
Well, if we're forgetting anything else, it's going on Instagram, guys. Thank you so much for watching our little pre-run morning. Yeah. We made amazing time. We ended like right around the time I said I want to leave. Yep. My front shocks are absolutely smoked and straight water in there now because it's way too hot out here, and we've been running 22 plus miles.
Yeah, 22. And then it was like 2 hours, but we did a lot of back and forth. But I think it's like end of the month, so it should be a little cooler. It'll be nighttime, hopefully 70s. Yeah. Hopefully. So.
All right. Well, we're going to get some behind the scenes planning. We'll catch up with you guys on Instagram. Thanks for watching.
Welcome to my party. We're just getting started. A life is a dream or a nightmare scarring. Hey,